Right now, the games industry is more competitive than ever. Hundreds of reels are landing across recruiters' desks all over the world right now, every single week. The difference between a reel that gets you hired and a reel that doesn't often comes to the details that you have never been told until now. In my 20 plus years in games, I have seen hundreds of reels and have hired so many animators across AAA and indies worldwide. I've seen reels that open doors and I've seen reels that quietly end careers. So if all this sounds interesting to you, welcome and let's get started. Welcome to another video and I'm glad you're here. Now, last year, August 15th, I think it was, around mid-August, I released a course called mocap for animation, or motion capture for animation more precisely. And it was my very first course that I've ever released. And I was so nervous before releasing it. And the reason why is because I didn't know if people was going to be interested or not interested, and if it was going to be successful or not. Fast forward a year, and now we have about 200 plus students in the course, enjoying it, loving it, and I couldn't be more happy because it's been like a way for me to basically realize that it's not only by doing these videos that I'm helping people, but it's also by doing these courses. And that course has helped a bunch of people getting jobs in the industry, knowing more about mocap, knowing how the pros actually work on motion capture. So it's been absolutely amazing. So since then, I've been thinking about what will my next course be and when would I release it. And the next one is this one. And this one, it's all about creating a show reel that studios will love. Because after seeing so many reels over my lifetime, reviewing it for every single studio that I've been, and then hiring a bunch of animators and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't, and then seeing animators excel and basically fulfilling a bunch of like dreams of people that haven't been in the industry coming in, or basically pinpoint things that perhaps are not working to other animators so they can improve their reels. For a lack of a better word, I've seen it all. And I do think that there's a lot of information in my head that is practical from AAA studios that can help you out in your career, especially now that the industry is going through so much. Because if you guys are anything like me, when I was early days, when I didn't have a job, there is this insecurity that is built within you as you build your work, that you think there's so many other animators out there, there's so many people applying for the same jobs that I like. What makes me special, right? What makes my show reel special? And this course is supposed to actually answer that question on how you can make your show reel unique to you, but also how can you make it stand out for studios worldwide, especially for people that are seeing things the same way as I am. And I know for a fact that most people that have been in the industry for a long time, like myself, we end up looking for the same trademarks in most show reels. We end up waiting for the same things for most people. And after so many years, you can start to see the traits between the show reels that are successful and the show reels that are not successful. And this course is supposed to be basically the one thing that hopefully demystifies this, what makes the perfect show reel. So let's start on why this course matters right now. Now, as you guys know, studios are closing down and the competition out there is more fierce than ever. Not only because there's newcomers that want to come into the industry and get a job for the first time, but also all these people that are losing jobs all of a sudden find themselves wanting to actually create a new show reel. And it's hard for you to basically see things with fresh eyes when you've been working in the same company for 5-10 years and now you find yourself that you don't have any work because the studio was shut down, the game was shut down, and you have nothing to show for it. Also, another problem that is happening at the moment, which is the elephant in the room, is that AI, because of the prevalence of AI, your work needs to stand out more than ever before in order to actually be seen as artistic and amazing and unique. And another thing that AI has done is being able to sort through a lot of data quickly, which means that recruiters and people out there looking through your work might actually be going through you as just numbers or just quickly. Because of these reasons, there's more competition, and because there's more competition, the need for you to stand out becomes greater than ever. So there is actually a lot in the course that goes about how you present yourself, how you present your work, and how to make sure that those two things match and they are like of the utmost quality. So in other words, even though it sounds a bit cheesy, this course will give you an edge an unfair advantage over others, because you will know some of the things that have been in my mind all these years that studios behind the scenes are thinking about when they are looking at your work and your application, and much, much more about you. So, brief background on myself for those that don't know me, and perhaps you've just seen this and you're interested in a course about a showreel. And me, I've been working in mostly AAA titles for most of my career, and over these many studios that I've been, I had to hire a bunch of people. And the way you hire in these studios, because you're spoiled for choice, you have pretty much like everybody in the industry trying to apply to you in these big AAA studios. So you have to hire the best possible. So out of a pile of animations or animators that you have, you normally hire just like the 5% on top. And then out of those 5, there's things in common that basically starts to stick out. And then basically out of those things, you kind of go, okay, so this guy will be great for this one thing that I need to do in the game. This other person is going to be great for this other thing. So you're used to seeing those 5% on top that basically stand out from the rest, and the things that they do in order to make it stand out. Now, I know how exciting it is for you to send your reel out and just wait and then hope for the best, and it's exciting. But I also know how heartbreaking it is for you to send that reel and then get no response back. And I'm going to also show you here in this course or what happens behind the scenes and why you're not getting an answer back. Because there is a lot of like spinning plates happening, and a lot of the time it's not the studio's fault. And a lot of the time is things get in the way, for a lack of a better word. Now, if you're not convinced yet and you're still here with me, let me give you a quick course breakdown so you understand exactly what we're working with. All right, so here is the top to bottom course, because I like transparency to make sure that you guys know exactly what you're expecting. So this is the breakdown of the course. You can also see more on the website, but the introduction is very much about why your showreel matters and what happens within the studio, behind the scenes, and also examples of what makes a good reel and what makes a hireable reel. Those two things are two very different things, because it can be a super pizzazz, amazing reel that really doesn't make me want to hire the person, and actually that's going to be a reel that perhaps is not so, amazing, but actually is infinitely more hireable. Those two things are very important. And then what studios are looking for. We're going to go through a few modules about exactly what are the 3 questions and what gameplay and cinematic reels need to look for, what kind of blend do you have to have, if any blend at all, and expectations as well for each position that you're applying for. And then after that, we're going to talk about building the perfect showreel, if there is such a thing. And we're going to talk about structure and length, choosing the right pieces, also presentation tips, and the common mistakes that kill the reel. And there's quite a bunch of them here, and I've seen a lot of them, and it's incredible for you to know how many of these mistakes are still common till this day. That basically makes people kind of turn away, even though maybe the animations are amazing. How to apply and get noticed, which is very important, the right way to send your showreel and written applications, and how to actually approach somebody. And then finally, we're going to talk about like turning a reel into opportunities. And this is what follows through after you submit your showreel. Also, what we're going to give you is very much like a templates. We're going to have like showreel checklist templates. We're going to have planning sheets as well, breakdown sheets as well for your showreel, and then outreach templates that you can use for LinkedIn and email, and recommended hosting platforms for your website, which is an important topic that we'll cover here. Okay, so I hope this sounds exciting, and if it does, then definitely click the link down below and check out the website for more information. But for now, if you're sending your reel out there right now, you need all the edge that you can get, and the right reel can literally change your career overnight. So the course is live right now, and I have an early bird discount just like I had on my previous course for like a week after release. So you never get the course cheaper than it is now, which is about a 20% discount for the course. And the reason why I'm doing this, the course is already priced at a fairly cheap price, but I want to make it even cheaper because I know how hard it is right now out there for you guys. And as I mentioned on a previous course, I'm very conscious about the price that these things take. However, because these things take so much effort in planning and thinking and recording like I'm doing right now, then obviously I need to price them at a fair price. So get the course if you can right now with a 20% discount. It's going to go up in about a week after release, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope to see you guys in the course. And if you have any questions about the course or exactly showreels or anything like that, comment below in this video and tell me what is in your mind, and I'm happy to clarify. Or if you have any questions about the course, happy to clarify those as well. Now, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then you know what to do. And until the next video, stay well, stay safe. Peace.